to Mount Vernon Rams Basketball on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, where you can watch or listen from any device. Rams Basketball on WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Basketball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square, and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski from Mount Vernon Rams Basketball. From the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, the Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
We welcome you inside Carbondale Community High School, where tonight the Rams look for win number 2 in the South 7 Conference versus the Carbondale Terriers. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Good evening. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-Landers. That's 1-888-Landers. We'll bring in Danny Czerwinski in just a moment. We'll talk about the 10-3 Mount Vernon Rams and the 8-2 Carbondale Terriers. We'll slip out for a quick break. This is Rams Basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, president of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balance. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy offers convenience and great service, all for the same cost. Our pharmacy staff is so helpful. They're always ready to answer any questions you may have. You'll never wait hours for your prescription. We'll get you in and out in just minutes. Or, for added convenience, use one of our 2 drive-through windows. For those folks who prefer to stay home, our delivery service will bring the medications to your front door or your workplace. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black to tell you more.
Home delivery does make us stand out from the crowd. Independents like the Medicine Shop offer home delivery. People find that so convenient. And not just seniors, but also busy professionals. Delivery to work or to their home once they get home in the evening. It's just a service that sets us apart from our competition, absolutely.
It's so easy to transfer your prescriptions. All it takes is a phone call from you, and we'll take care of the rest. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy accepts Medco, TRICARE, Express Scripts, and many other 90-day plans. The Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday Sports Show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be. This is Mount Vernon Rams Basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back inside Carbondale Community High School. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Tonight the Rams look to even their record to 500 in the South 7 Conference. They come in 2-1, or 1-2 rather. The Carbondale Terriers are 2-1. Danny Czerwinski, of course, joins me alongside. We wish you a very pleasant good evening, of course, here on your Landers Collision Center pregame show. DC, an important one for the Mount Vernon Rams. Haven't had much success in true road games. They did win one against Heron this year, but you look at all the road games last year. You look at the road game they had against Cahokia, the Rams really haven't done very well on the road.
You know, it's a great point because a lot of the games have been in natural, neutral settings. Obviously, the Pyramid Tournament Heron and, of course, the Effingham Tournament up there. You played T-Town at home. You played Heron at home. You went 1-1 in those tournament settings. But you go on the road, it's a different beast. It's kind of like once Mount Vernon leaves Shagnon, it's a little bit of kryptonite. They lose that kind of aura, that sense, whatever the case may be. And Mount Vernon finds that here tonight at Carbondale in front of what is a pretty good crowd. The second crowd has actually come in here tonight.
Well, and a much better crowd than anticipated, I thought. Of course, you take the weather, and the roads have improved immensely. But you take a look at the rain coming in, the expectation of fog, of course, making travel potentially treacherous. And this is a very nice crowd. Of course, they had the Studio 84 dancers at halftime of the JV game. That had the visitor side packed. That crowd dissipates, a new crowd comes in, and they are ready for the Mount Vernon Rams here tonight. We'll talk more about this matchup between the Rams and the Terriers coming up here on your Landers Collision Centers pregame show. Now with expanded collision centers in Mount Vernon and Salem, Landers Collision Centers online at landersauto.com or give them a call at 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. WMIX FM tonight. Watch online at WMIXsports.com. We're back in a moment. This is Rams Basketball from WMIX Sports.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at TonyWilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Are the features with your free checking account disappearing? Hi, this is Melody True, Relationship Specialist with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. A free checking account with People's National Bank includes unlimited check writing, no minimum balance requirements, online banking, bill pay, a Visa check card, and it only takes $100 to open. Stop by People's National Bank and get the free checking account you deserve. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
We're really proud right now to be a Chevy dealer. It's a lot of fun. We have free maintenance on the entire lineup of the Chevy brand. 2 years or 24,000 miles. You pay nothing for oil changes. So that's a remarkable deal that Chevrolet offers its customers. And with our redesigned and totally renovated facility, our customers really enjoy coming here for service.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering. So when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Back to Mount Vernon Rams Basketball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back inside Carbondale Community High School, inside the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Jeff Crow brings you the video angles tonight at WMIXsports.com, and Quentin Lloyd back at our WMIX FM studios. Tonight, the Rams and the Carbondale Terriers. This is a Terrier team that, like the Rams, got off to a hot start. Maybe a more impressive tournament championship when you take into consideration they went to the Quincy Tournament, beat the likes of Algonquin, Jacobs, Urbana, and of course Quincy. Had a couple of snowouts, of course, in the original SIU Saluki shootout. They were supposed to have played Jackson, Missouri, if I'm not mistaken. Then the following day, supposed to have gone to the Marshall County Hoop Fest down there in Benton, Kentucky. That one was postponed. Got a win against the Altop Crusaders, but lost to the 13-0 Centralia Orphans before going into their own holiday tournament. So, like the Rams, not a lot of action this season for Carbondale in terms of the winter free sip and snowing out some ball games, but you take a look at the resume they put together, get a win over Marion last week. This is a Carbondale team that an 8-2 record looks pretty good.
This is a very difficult Carbondale team. And, I mean, you throw in the fact they had such a good run. They had a very good Carbondale tournament. Lost to Edwardsville. By no means, who else hasn't lost to Edwardsville this year? They played Marion last week at home, and they bring out a guy, Levante Sutton. Hadn't played all year. Comes out leading scorer, about 8-9 boards last week in that win here against Marion. This is a team, obviously, you know, everybody's going to know about Devontavious Payne and Billinger and Bursley. But this guy, Levante Sutton, is a new entity. And Mount Vernon's the second team to have to deal with him on play because he came in and started the second semester.
Well, that's the thing, Danny. You take a look at a player like that, talking to Roger Medlin before the game, just a junior. And so not only somebody you have to try to figure out tonight, but if that strong showing turns into be an average for him, and that continues on and maybe more a median than an average, you're going to have quite the player to contend with. However, you take a look at the Carbondale roster. We'll get to the Page Insurance starting lineups in just a moment, but some of those names you're familiar with, Devontavious Payne, Shamark Bursey, finally seniors, but there's a nice junior nucleus to this lineup as well.
It's a very young, talented team. We knew that last year. They learned early. They struggled. They got thrown in the fire. Mid-season, late year, they won the regional last year. All these people coming back in the ninth this year. You throw that in right now. They're a very experienced basketball team because of the junior label. Only junior in name because of all the minutes and time they have played. Now they get ready to go between now and the end of next season. This Carbondale team is going to be very good.
Well, the Carbondale team that definitely is very good. We take a look at the Rams, and the Rams are 10-3 on the year. You look at their losses, a couple of them in conference play. A loss to T-Town, who eventually won the Effingham Totopolis Christmas Classic. Had to think of the proper nomenclature, but you take a look at the Rams, and they've actually responded pretty well since that T-Town loss. Got a big win against the Althoff Crusaders. You don't want to dismiss it just because it was at home, but it's an Althoff team that's going to give people fits the rest of the year as well. Pretty good win last week for the Rams.
It was a good win. I think when you get it home, you beat a team like Althoff's quality coming off a second-place finish at Collinsville after losing to Lincoln in the championship game. This is one of those teams that Mount Vernon got a great win at home, and now you got to build on that. This is one of those, I think, when you look at this matchup, for Mount Vernon, it's not mainly, on the board, on the floor. It's something mentally where they know they can go on the road and get a win tonight.
Well, I think that's huge. And you take a look at this Ram team, obviously you wonder how much playing time, if any, Gilwan Nelson's going to get tonight. I understand he will not be in the Page Insurance starting lineups coming up in just a moment, but you take a look at that. That's a key element out of your lineup if he's unable to go. And when you take a look at the Rams have put together, they're going to need some quality minutes out of some other guys, need some guys to step up. And a guy who stepped up big time last week, I thought, was Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson did a great job last week coming in the starting role, kind of filling in. And when you look at Luke Wilson's performance last week, he had 8 points. But he did a lot of other little things that don't end their way up into the scorebook or the stat sheet. He had a great game that night, and here's the thing. He has to do it again. It's one thing to come in and start at home. It's like an NBA. Your guys that come off the bench have a ton more energy in the NBA, especially in the playoffs. However, when they're on the road, it's a different battle. We'll see how playing in an environment with the student section on one end and open shooting background in the second half, how Mount Vernon deals with everything here in Jackson County.
Well, for the Rams, there's no secret. Shooting in an open area has been an issue in the past. When you talk about the closed confines that is historic Shagnon Gymnasium, it's been an issue. And you look at the road struggles these Ram teams have had, and having that kind of open perspective has not been easy for them on the road, but you've got to find a way to come up with one here tonight. It's been a while since they've beaten Carbondale here at Carbondale.
Well, it's been a while, and this is not a very easy place to play. Everybody on the wall over there in the conference has dealt with this place one way or another, and a lot of times when you come here, you don't end up winning very much.
Well, it's a tough place to play, no doubt. We'll take a look at the Carbondale Terriers starting lineup in just a moment. We'll take a look at the Mount Vernon Rams as well. Your Page Insurance starting lineups are coming up in just a moment. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Now they detail them all, too. Ask about premium detailing for the life of your car next time you have collision repair work done at Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon and Salem. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Of course, this Rams game is powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. 5 Jefferson County branches, can't be wrong. Ask about the one account from Community First Bank of the Heartland. It's free checking and high yield interest. We need to yield to the national anthem here from Carbondale Community High School. We'll honor America and come back and get you set. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
Are you interested in a career in the culinary arts but can never afford the high cost of cooking school? Red Lake College has a low-cost recipe for success. For as little as $5,500 per year, you can get a quality culinary arts education in your own backyard. That even includes books, tuition, class fees, and supplies. Learn to master domestic fare, pastry, and foreign cuisine in Ina, Illinois. Save thousands on a culinary arts education at Red Lake College. For more information, log on to rlc.edu/culinary arts.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownsview in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professionals. Pekin Insurance.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes.
Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whack! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888 Landers to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers, asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need it. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888 Landers, that's 1-888 Landers.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Basketball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back inside Carbondale Community High School. We'll get set for your Page Insurance starting lineups. With Danny Czerwinski, I'm Chris Hugo. We need to meet the Mount Vernon Rams, who will be the visitors on the scoreboard tonight.
Number 4, Braden Fitzgerald. Number 21, Luke Wilson. Number 23, Doug Gardner. Number 25, Shikari Hawkins. And number 32, Jake Pike for Scott Gamber's Mount Vernon Rams.
Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon. When you need medical or auto, give them a call at 242-7000. Log on to pageinsurance.net. That's Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon. Let's meet the Carbondale Terriers.
Alan Billinger, number 3. Number 11, Devontavius Payne. Number 22, Shamart Bursey. Number 40, Jordan Kelly. And number 31, Levante Sutton for Jim Miller's Carbondale Terriers.
Page Insurance, pageinsurance.net. On Crownview in Mount Vernon, or call 242-7000. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside here on WMIX FM outside the window. WMIX FM Mount Vernon, of course, worldwide at WMIXsports.com, where you can watch us online. Video angles taken care of tonight by Jeff Crow. Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio, over the top, provided by Carbondale Community High School. But anyhow, you take a look at this matchup, an important matchup for the Rams, as we said earlier in your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Got to prove you can win on the road. That starts here tonight.
That's the whole thing. I mean, this is a step towards everything. You're going to play a lot of road games. You got a home game tomorrow night, but then again, a week from the night, you go up to Centralia. Then you got to go to the Salem Tournament. Then you got to get back on the road. You still got other road games at Altoff. You got to go to Marion, and otherwise, you've got to figure out a way to win on the road, whether it's at Belleville, whether it's Centralia or Marion, over the next 6 weeks, 8 weeks of this season.
Well, there's going to be a lot of adversity, especially in an atmosphere like tonight. Carbondale's home side actually pretty full under the circumstances, and give credit to the fact that they were supposed to have played on the road at Highland on Tuesday. That one was postponed, like the Rams game with Lovejoy. But they really haven't got to see a lot of basketball in this gymnasium this season either.
No, haven't played. They have to go to Quincy, and they were supposed to play at Southern. They're supposed to play at Marshall County, had Altoff at home, and they played the Carbondale Tournament, which were all at the arena, and then Marion at home. So only 2 real home games here. This is number 3.
Right. Rick Moss, the athletic director here, got to talk about that with him prior to the game, about how big of a difference it is to be at home. Misconception in that at Carbondale Holiday Tournament, a lot of people think that because the Terriers are at SIU, that's like a home court atmosphere. That's not a home court atmosphere for anybody in that tournament.
Well, I can tell you this. Beating Carbondale in that tournament, what Edwardsville did over the last 10, 15, 20 years, that's a feat in itself.
So we'll see what happens here tonight. The Mount Vernon Rams will be dressed in their away black, orange trim, orange numerics trimmed in white, while the Terriers will be in their home whites. They have black trim down the sides to the tops, black numerics trimmed in a silver. Rams should go right to left. The Terriers should go left to right to open this one up in the first half. And that's a smart move. I mean, to have your home bench on that side, you force the visitor to shoot in that wide open space.
Mount Vernon will shoot in the closed end on the north side. And then, of course, in the second half, Mount Vernon will have to shoot into the open end. Of course, that's the student section for the Carbondale Terriers.
And we've seen teams come out to hot starts in the first half here at Carbondale. And that second half have to shoot in the Carbondale student section and into that space, and it's cost them. We'll see if the Mount Vernon Rams can keep a hold of it tonight and stay in check. This game, of course, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Ask about the One account featuring free checking and high-yield interest. One means more at Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Probably be Jordan Kelly if I had to guess for the Terriers. Tallest man out there on the floor, just a junior. Been here for about 8 years or better. He'll go against Shikari Hawkins. So the official will get leaned in. He'll toss the ball up in just a moment, and away we'll go. No surprise, controlled by the Terriers. That's Bursey within the backcourt, hands off to Billinger. Just underway from Carbondale, no score yet. The Rams and the Terriers. South 7 Conference showdown. Bursey with it up top, swings to Kelly off to the left arc. Kelly's going to look around to the right. find Devontavius Payne, probably my favorite name in all of the South 7. Carbondale's going to reverse it around to Bursey off the far arc. Going to try to work his way in the lane. Jump stop, kicks over to the right corner. That one was Sutton, the new man out there for Carbondale. One game already had a fantastic showing. Back to Bursey out of the far corner. Works off of the arc with 7:29 to go. Rams look a little out of sorts defensively. Carbondale working around the perimeter. And we've seen this before from Carbondale. Start off a little slow, work the ball around, see what you have open, and then pick up the tempo. Off of the right will come Billinger. Ooh, worked his way far side of the paint. Got an easy two-pointer.
Patience. Patience, patience. That's what it was.
7:08 to play in the first. Rams down 2-0. It'll be Pike off of the right wing looking. Nice give and go to Fitz underneath. Got back behind the D. Good job by Braden Fitzgerald's right block. Ties it at 2.
It's not bad.
I think they'll take that every time if they can get it. It'll be Sutton across the timeline. Ooh, nice pass from Bursey to Kelly, trying to work a back door. Kelly throws it off at the heel of Wilson. Payne with it off at the far arc. Sutton with it left wing. 6:43 left in the first. We're tied at 2, the Rams and the Terriers. Out of the corner, that's Billinger. Trying to remember all these names. Hard G's, soft G's, you name it. Sutton with it off of the right wing. Back to the left wing. It'll be Billinger. Looking underneath. Good job by Pike to tip it away. First turnover of the game belongs to the Terriers. Rams will go into the front court with Fitz. Now Pike off of the far wing. Eyes up a 3. Yes.
That's not unusual. Catch, shoot, bang. That's Jake Pike this year for the Rams.
Rams need that to keep going. Bursey with it up top. Shamark's going to go mid-post off of the far side. Quick pivot. Turns around. Nope. Going to kick out to the far wing. Billinger with the basketball. Kicks to top Sutton. Now Payne with it off of the right arc. To the top for Bursey. Lob to Kelly underneath. Yep.
Mount Vernon will have to do a much better job perimeter defense, not allow that catch and shoot to be so easy.
Kelly. Jordan Kelly. 5:52 left in the first. 5-4 Rams on top. It'll be Shikari inside the free throw line. Left it short. Rebound will go to Kelly. Speeding across the timeline. Billinger off to the far side. Hutton Bursey. Ooh, Euro step in the lane. Kicks out to the right corner. Now a 3 on the way. Billinger is going to be long. Rebound will be tipped away. Bursey. Pike will tip it away, and Carbondale turns it over in the far corner. Good job by the Rams. Up 5-4, Mount Vernon. 5:25 to play in the first. Pike another 3, this time off of the defender. No good. Rebound will go to the back door for Payne. Now here come the Terriers. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Sutton high to 3, pulled it back down. They'll reverse around. Now inside it's going to go Kelly. At the right elbow underneath Bursey. Oh, nice little spin move by Bursey. Got around Pike, was able to put it up and in off the glass.
Carbondale has 6 points, all 6 in the post.
Great job by Shamark Bursey, I thought that time. 6-5, this is the first Terrier lead. 4:55 to play in the first quarter. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Over 4.2 million retail vehicles were sold by Ford last year, making them number 1. See what it's all about at Ford Square, where the best never rests. 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon. Wilson off to the left arc, now back to the left wing. Fits a 3. No, it's going to be right off the mark. Rebound underneath Gardner. Puts it up over the defense. No good. Shikari's going to tip the rebound. It'll go to Bursey. Rams had a chance off of the offensive board. Now it's Bursey into the front court. Kicks corner. Sutton, 3 on the way. In and out. Sutton had the right idea. Now Shamark Bursey's going to break the law of verticality on the Jake Pike rebound. And that'll be Carbondale's first foul.
Yep, first foul on either team, and they're almost halfway through the first period.
Look at your scoreboard updates tonight. Believe it or not, there are a lot of games going on, but there are a lot of games not going on as well. You can find a full list of sports cancellations online at WMIX94.com, of course, our radio station website, quote unquote. 6-5 ball game. Carbondale on top. 4:15 to play in the first quarter. Dylan Reeves checked in. And across the timeline, right side Fitz. Going to try to dribble off right block. Kicks over in the corner. Pike. 3 on the way. No good. Looks like it was on the mark. Just hit the right iron and fell off. Billinger across the timeline. Stops to the left wing. Lost the dribble. Gives it back now to Payne. And we have a whistle there on the far side of the floor. Trail official will pick up the call. And that foul is going to be on, I think, Luke Wilson. That will be on Wilson.
Little touchy-grabby. Just a little foul.
Inbound will come right to the bucket off of the baseline. Billinger back into the corner for Sutton. Nope, that's Payne. My apologies. Sutton's actually on the right wing, cutting to the top. Nice bounce pass mid-post. Kelly's not going to be able to do much with it. Doesn't see the defender. Nope, he sees Bursey inside. He'll lean off turnaround. Bursey has 4, and Carbondale takes an 8-5 lead.
Well, right now, Mount Vernon's problem is 8 points for Carbondale, 8 in the paint. Scott Gamber's wanting a timeout to start talking about this.
This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. Dr. Eric Black and staff at Mount Vernon proud to support the local community and the Mount Vernon Rams. You won't wait hours at the Medicine Shop. Prompt, courteous service. You can always ask questions. Dr. Eric Black and staff, Tracy Adams included there at the Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon. 3:44 left in the first quarter. 8-5, Carbondale on top. Rams started with a 5-2 lead, Danny. But it's now a 6-0 Carbondale run.
Well, Carbondale right now, so many points in the paint early. That's the problem. And Mount Vernon right now is going to have to figure out a much better way to defend the outside.
Rams basketball, all of high school sports on WMIX are powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. 5 Jefferson County branches, Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Just ask about the one account. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Fitzel dribbled across the timeline, right to the circle, throws off to the right arc for Wilson. Rams are going right to left in their away blacks. Orange trim. Shikari, nice move. Scoops it up and in. From top to bottom, high-low.
That's what you got to do.
Shikari gets his first points of the night. He'll get his. It's 8-7. Off of the right comes Sutton. Ooh. Somehow managed to keep that from a double dribble. Good job by Sutton. It's into the corner for Bursey. Hands off to Sutton, who went on a backdoor cut. Went all the way around the world. Now off of the right wing. Good screen there for Payne. One-hander in the lane is good.
Wow. Once Carbondale gets in the post right now, they just kind of do what they want, and that's a problem for Mount Vernon. No resistance up top before the entry pass gets inside.
Video online at WMIXsports.com. It's powered by Rend Lake College. Shikari's going to try to power one from the left. Nope, going to go back up top to Pike. Rend Lake College can save you thousands in their college education. Log on to rlc.edu to find out how. Or apply online while you're there. Pike has it left of the circle, looking back right side for Reeves. Going to have it picked away by Bursey. Bursey off the break, right hand reverse, good.
Wow, pretty easy. Very quick Carbondale defensive team, caught Mount Vernon off. All Carbondale points right now in the paint.
Unbelievable. What a good turnover to points for Shamark Bursey. He's having a big night, has 6 in the quarter. Off of the right elbow, Shikari, left-hander, is going to be left short. Tried to sky for the rebound. Carbondale comes away with it. It'll be an even set, even strength across the timeline. Billinger's going to throw up top Bursey. Thought about it, pulled it back. 17-footer, make that 15-footer on the way off the right side is no good. Billinger, about as close as you can get. Without it actually falling, but the Rams get the defensive board. 2:02 left in the first quarter, 12-7 is the Carbondale lead. Terriers are up 5, Rams with the basketball. Luke Wilson out of the left corner baseline. Dribbles to the top, throws off to the right side for Hawkins. Now off of the right arc, it's going to be Pike. Between the circles to Fitz. Trying to back it out with a right-hand dribble. Rams are going to set up offensively. And Pike's going to dribble into a 15-footer. It's left long. Shikari the rebound. Right back, put back is there.
Yep, Shikari's got 4 points in the paint. Mount Vernon hanging around, taking the crowd out of it for the Terriers.
Hawk has the last 4 for the Rams. Sutton with it off of the far wing. Going to come around to the top. Give off to Devontavious Payne. Off of Bursey's screen. Free throw line jumper is too strong. Rebound to Luke Wilson. Big rebound for the Rams.
Well, that right there, Mount Vernon defended that really well.
About as well as they could have. Fitz going to kick it over. Pike wide open for the tie. Yes.
Well, catch, shooting, open. He's like sitting there thinking, golly, I'm catching, shooting in the open gym. Nobody's around me.
And with 1:08 left in the first quarter, the Rams tied at 12. Hopefully a good one in the making. Lob pass to Kelly inside. Works against the defender. Gets the foul. Kelly makes it look easy. He has 4, looking to make it 5, and that'll be a foul on Reeves, his first.
When you let him catch it a foot from the basket, you're not going to have very much success. That was the problem.
Doesn't usually bode well.
And if you're Mount Vernon, only down 2 with a little over a minute to go, you got the Carbondale crowd backed off a little bit. A lot of energy, a lot of amp in this gym before this game started. And now Carbondale, now the 6th man, their fans and the student body, kind of quiet as Mount Vernon's hung around here early in this first phase.
They're looking and ready to explode. Let's see what Kelly does here from the free throw line, and 1 after the foul underneath with 1:01 left to play. So Kelly makes the free throw, makes it 15-12. And this is a 3-point lead for the Terriers with 1:01 left to go. Rams will link the floor inbound. Reeves with it off of the right side now to Fitz. And the Rams will throw it away. Reeves thought it was tipped or just didn't zig when he should have zagged.
And there was no reason why he didn't stick his hands up. Just a miscommunication of what was going on. 1 turnover won't hurt. Can't have a lot of them like that, though.
Won't make or break at this point. Gilwan Nelson checks in. First action he's seen since a broken nose in practice last Thursday. 15-12 Carbondale. They have the basketball in the front court off of the right wing. It's Sutton between the leg dribble, gives up top Billinger. Looking to dribble to the paint, off the block, yes.
Mount Vernon right now cannot guard anybody inside. I mean, it is 16 of 17 points right now from the paint. The only other one was a free throw. I mean, that is the dominance that Carbondale has had in the paint already in this first quarter.
Almost as if they're on another planet right now.
Carbondale's getting things so very easily that if Mount Vernon were to stumble a little bit in a stretch, you would have to be worried about Mount Vernon falling in double-digit deficit. That's how easy things are coming for Carbondale.
Billinger makes the free throw. 18-12, the Carbondale lead expands to 6 just like that. Pike stuck in the backcourt, trying to lob it across. The Rams turn it over. Bursey underneath to Sutton, loses it far corner, saves it into the wing. Billinger a 3 on the way. Yes, and Carbondale is on a 9-0 run.
Yep, like I said, you mentioned the fans sitting. They were waiting to get mad and loud. There it is. They got happy and loud.
Shikari with in the backcourt. Well, I'll get you a Tony Wilt scoreboard update as soon as we get some scores. We're one of the quick ones tonight. It's 15 seconds left. Reeves with it up top. Throws over to Fitz. Fitz quiet tonight. 21-12 your score. Terriers are up 9 with 9 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Right in the circle, it's Fitzgerald. Sprayed with a left-hand dribble, looking for the crossover. Slips at the free throw line. Kicks out to Pike with 2. Pike will recover. 3 at the line. Nope. Pike leaves it short at the buzzer, and that's how your first quarter is going to end. The Carbondale Terriers 21, the Mount Vernon Rams 12. This is Rams Basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
Don't just dream about a better job. Go get it with scores of programs that take 2 years, 1 year, or even just a few months to complete. Red Lake College is your gateway to a career you'll love. From nursing to coal mining, from computer programming to cosmetology, and everything in between. Red Lake College is affordable, convenient, and ready to get you trained for your new job fast. Call us at 618-437-5321 or visit us at rlc.edu.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Basketball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back to Carbondale. The Rams trailing 21-12. They'll start the second quarter with the basketball. They go right to left. It'll be Fitzer walking across the timeline. It was a half-court inbound. Right wing, it's Pike. Looking into the top for Shikari. Hawkins, I believe, had 4 in the first quarter. Kicks into the corner for Wilson. Comes out of the corner. It goes back to the circle for Shikari. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We put quite a bit of content up there today. Look underneath. Nice pass. Good job by Fitz. Off the left block. Was able to find Shake. And Shikari works for 2 more. Gets the Rams back within 7, 21-14. Off the far side, I cannot see whom that is. Looks like McCauley. Back to the top for Billinger. Head fake, steps up. 18-footer is going to be no good off of the right. Rebound at the back door for Hawkins, and a good rebound there for Shikari. Rams have struggled somewhat tonight. A 3 from up top is no good by Fitz. Cardinals did a great job of shutting down Fitzgerald's tonight, I thought. Limiting those options right now for the Rams. Backdoor play to McCauley. Goes left block. Too strong with the left hand, but McCauley will go to the line for the 2-shot foul.
That's what I said about easy. Mount Vernon right now, everything's difficult for them to score with. Everything's hard for them to get to. And right now, Carbondale dumps it down, goes inside, either get a basket or they get fouled. Here's the case here. They get to go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
So McCauley will go to the line and shoot 2 on the Rams' 4th foul of the night. McCauley misses his first. 21-14 Carbondale. 7:02 left in the first half. If you're just joining us here on WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, Effingham. A free service from Withers Broadcasting worldwide at WMIXsports.com. You can find archive broadcasts as well as video highlights. A scoreboard every night. It's all at WMIXsports.com. Second free throw, McCauley is going to make it. Carbondale now 3 of 4 from the line. And it's a 22-14 lead for the Dogs. Trying to take a bite out of the Rams here offensively with such suffocating defense. It's Sutton on Fitzgerald's. He has it left hand, throws in the corner left side for Pike. Mid-post, Shikari over McCauley, no good. Left it short in the rebound, out of bounds. Good job by Kelly to shut everybody off from the play.
Yeah, that was a forced shot there that time. Mount Vernon's getting a little antsy. They're wanting, shots aren't falling, they can't get an easy look, and they start throwing stuff up, and they just can't get things going.
Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. 5 Jefferson County branches. They are the market leader. Ask about the one account. One means more. Free checking and high yield interest. Spot up 3 on the way. Left wing is good. Sutton gets his, and it's 25-14. Carbondale up 11, and there's that double-digit deficit.
Yeah, that's bad. Now that's the run that we were worried about.
As we'll have a foul. Looks like that might go against Sutton. We'll wait to see what the call is at the table. I'm sorry, that's actually on Jordan Kelly. That'll be the team's second.
Watch out. Oh, I thought he was going to get a shirt. They throw a shirt out for threes.
Nice.
They're hoping to get one.
That'd be nice.
But not too many of them.
Hopefully not one size fits most, because that doesn't work for all. Off the left baseline, a jumper's good for Fitz. And there, he's on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Second time tonight, I should say.
Oh, it's one of those there where he had to really work on that one. You could see the guy coming at him, and he really barely got an open look.
Cuts it to 9, 25-16. Sutton, another 3 left wing, yes.
Well, catch shooting, nobody around him, and Scott Gamber's going to call timeout and say about defense here.
So it's a sandwich of threes from Sutton with a Fitz 2 in between, and it's 28-16. Terriers are up 12, 5:55 left in the first half, and this timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, where Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the local community. Hoping to spend quite a bit more time at Carbondale in the coming weeks, the Lady Rams will participate in the Carbondale Midwinter Tournament. 6 teams in the tourney this year. They'll actually do a little something different. Everybody gets 3 games. Not everybody plays each other, however, so it's not really pool play, but it's not really a round robin. And out of that, the best record, of course, wins the championship. Second tiebreaker, I believe, is defensive average. And then a third tiebreaker would be free throw shooting percentage. So the Lady Rams will play, I believe, in not this order, Muscuna, Massac, and Collinsville in the tournament midwinter week. So there you go. We'll announce our midwinter intentions once we have all of our schedules. We should have Salem's early next week. I believe the seeding is due for the Midland Trail Conference tournament on Wednesday. They just need to get some Midland Trail games in.
Nobody's played. Wayne City and Weber took the whole week off. No school, can't play or practice.
North Clay.
And North Clay was also the same way. So there, that's majority. That's 30 of your teams right there.
And then Wayne City could have played tomorrow, but they lose their game with Patoka. Patoka already called off.
Yeah, and Woodlawn lost their game tonight with Sandoval because Sandoval with no school, no play.
There you go. Of course, the Rams will turn it over almost into the front court. That'll be tipped out of bounds off of the orange and black. It'll remain with the Terriers. Rams just could not penetrate past the timeline. Tried to force it across. Wilson did the best he could to come up with it. Ends up out of bounds off of the near sideline. Jim Miller will help give it back to the official and give some instruction to some Mark Bursey, who will inbound in the backcourt. It'll go to Sutton. He's had 2 threes in the quarter for the Terriers to extend this lead to 12. It's 28-16, 5:40 left in the first half. McCauley with it up top. Ball fake left. Gives off to Sutton. Does he step to the wing? He does, but he gives to Bursey up top. They lob into Kelly. Reeves got a little hand in there, did his best that he could, and Bursey launches a shot from the free throw line. Wilson gets the rebound. So here come the Rams, trying to make something happen. Fitz trying to dribble past Sutton. 5:18 left in the first half. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler. There are, believe it or not, a few remaining 2013 Chrysler Town and Countries at King City Chrysler. See their friendly associates at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Or see for yourself at KingCityChryslerCenter.com. Off the left wing, it's going to be Wilson. Back to the right. Good ball fake. Fitz trying to dribble in. Shut off. Now doubles back. Throws up a shot, and he's fouled.
Again, you see Mount Vernon has to work so very difficult to try to get a shot and try to make points. And here what they're seeing, and you can see that Devontavious Payne that time had Fitz, and it's a struggle. Fitz probably quicker, but the problem is he's got a taller guy to go against.
28-16, Rams down 12. Fitz will miss the first free throw. Rams' first free throw of the night. 4:55 left in the first half. Don't forget about Winning Edge. They have a new store in Mount Vernon on South 9th Street. I believe 212 South 9th is the physical address. See all of their MVTHS apparel. See what they can customize for your company, business, organization, what have you. Activewear is the longest lasting impression you can find. See what they can customize at Winning Edge or online at winningedgeusa.com. 1 and 2 that time. Fitz made the back end, and now good play by Carbondale. Layup is going to be good. from Devontavious Payne. It was a launch pass off of the right block. And I believe Kelly tipped it backdoor to Payne, who was coming up, gets the and one out of it.
Just athleticism. Mount Vernon wasn't able to get back, and you try to challenge the jump shot and can't do anything with.
Don't let anybody fool you. Carbondale's pretty good.
And
you
getting
knew.
much
That's
better.
a rhetorical you. I know you knew. 13-point game. Free throw no good. Gilwan Nelson with it off of the right wing. Left hand gives to Fitz off a screen. Three coming. Three going to go away. It's going to be a rebound to Kelly. Thought he had a good look there and did have a good look. Just couldn't come up with it. Now the Rams will give him McCauley, who travels with the basketball. So Carbondale turns it over at the 4:31 mark here this first half. It's still 30-17.
It's a very quiet and easy half. I mean, there's not a lot of mojo in the building. Carbondale had that one explosion on a three, and after that it's been very quiet. Carbondale's really kind of like the Python right now, squeezing the life out of Mount Vernon this half.
Going to have to make something happen. And here comes Shake off of the right wing. Ooh, runner. But nice. Oh, thought he had a backdoor cleanup from Wilson. He misses, and the rebound will be tipped away to Jordan Kelly, who's done a great job underneath. Terriers are going to come into the front court. That's Billinger. We haven't called his name in a while. He took a breather. Off the left wing. Nice play, Sutton. Going to lob it back out to the right wing for Payne and set the screen McCauley. That allows Payne to do his work.
It's too easy. I mean, Carbondale is just brutalizing Mount Vernon in the paint right now.
Jeff Lana would have called that a French curl. Worked it down off the left side, and it's 32-17, a 15-point game. Off of the right wing, Fitz. Rams are in the front court, not able to do much offensively. Give a lot of credit to Jim Miller's defense. And now they'll have it tipped away again. Another turnover, 2-on-1. Quickly turns into 2-on-2. Sutton keeps it himself, leans in. That's going to be a blocking foul on the Rams. And Sutton will go to the line to shoot two.
It is. Right now, Mount Vernon's kind of pedaling backwards a little bit. That foul on Nelson, and Mount Vernon right now has 16 fouls. And the Rams are in some trouble here. They got to get this lead down to about 10 or 8 by the time you get to half.
First free throw good from Sutton. We'll get you some scores when we can. I think we have some.
Well, all into the first quarter. Chester over ZR 15-10. Red Hill over Cumberland 14-12. Taylorville over Jacksonville 15-13. Westclin over Freeburg 20-15. And El Dorado over Carmi 12-10. All those scores at the end of the first quarter.
There you go. Presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com or look for him in his office. Corner 42nd and South Watertower in Mount Vernon. I believe Sutton made both. Make it 34-17. Uh-oh, Carbondale's doubling up the Rams. Get to a better stay with your State Farm agent in King City, Tony Wilt. So Pike has it in the backcourt. He'll dribble it across the timeline. Right across the circle with 3:25, and that's going to be a nickel dimer on Levante Sutton. That'll be his first.
Oh, small changer. Mount Vernon down 17. You got to get it to 10 or 12 in the next 3 minutes or so. You've got to get it down to a reasonable margin to deal with at halftime.
Wilson will trigger, looks in, finds in the front court Doug Gardner. Off right of the circle for Blake Jones, who checks in. It's Jones, Gardner, Shakari Hawkins, Jake Pike, and Luke Wilson for the Rams. Shakari with a deep right wing near the sideline. 3:13 to play in the first half. 34-17 is the Carbondale lead. Pike with it off of the right wing, kicks corner. Shakari, nice ball, fake, heads in the paint, mid-post. No. Not the right touch here at Carbondale. Kelly with the rebound, and here come the Terriers in the front court. Sutton with it off of the right arc. Unreal.
That's the impressive Carbondale defense in this half. Not the offense, the defense that's really getting them done.
Payne a three. Launched it. It was no good from the far corner. Rebound to Gardner. Is this what the Rams need? We'll see. Shakari off the pass. Yes. Left side and count it. Wasn't sure they're going to count it at first. Shakari was able to work in and get the continuation. The Rams are back within 15. It's 34-19.
Well, that's something Mount Vernon needs, though. Get a little momentum. Nice move by Shake to use the jump stop and the turn of the body to get somewhere.
3D First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. ComFirstBank.net. You can find them online. Look for them on Facebook or ask about that one account featuring free checking and high-yield interest. Always bank on your hometown team. So the and one was good that time. And now the Rams trail 34-20. 2:26 to play, and that's going to be a rare Carbondale turnover. Threw a high pass at the back door for Billinger. Couldn't come up with it. Terriers turn it over with 2:25 left in the first half. Rams trail by 14.
Fourth turnover on the Terriers, 2 in each quarter so far.
And I know they do have 4, but it really doesn't feel like they have that many.
No, they have played very, very well.
They have executed well, and we have a foul before the inbound.
It's not the 1-and-1. Be out of bounds.
As they figure it out, realize there's only 16 fouls. I believe that'll go against Billinger. That'll be his second. So the Rams will have a link at the floor inbound here. It'll be Doug Gardner, left of the Terrier bucket. Already 2:25 left in the second quarter. It's an inbound to Blake Jones. He's going to try to work past Bursey. Now almost had it stolen away. Good job by Pike to come up with it. He'll lose it at half court. There's going to be a foul as the Rams are bailed out by a Shamark Bursey foul that I'm not sure really was a foul.
Yeah, Jake Pike took the brunt of it. He'd come up limping. And that foul is on Bursey, his second, joining Billinger with 2.
Been a quiet second quarter for the Orange and Black with 2:11 left to go. 34-20, the Terrier lead. Don't forget you can watch us online at WMIXsports.com, powered by Red Lake College. Or you can apply online right now at rlc.edu or see how you can save thousands of dollars on your college education.
JV game tonight here, won by Mount Vernon 49-46. Lasted less than an hour. Was done. It started at 6:15, got done about 7:12.
It was unreal. It was quick. So the foul was on Bursey, 1-and-1. The Rams come up short. Terriers with the rebound. Into the right corner. It's going to be a 3 from Sutton. No. It was short, but the rebound's off of the Rams. Will remain with Carbondale. At the 2:07 mark of this first half, it's 34-20 Terriers. Not much of a rhythm for the Rams.
And all it is costing Mount Vernon right now.
And so now it'll be Devontavious Payne to trigger right at the bucket. For the Rams, it's Wilson, Pike, Hawkins, Gardner, and Jones. Off the left, it's McCauley. Robinson checked in for Terriers. He'll get it up top from Kelly. Back into the right corner. Devontavious had it tipped away. Here comes Devontavious Payne. Pulls up from 12. Good.
Wow. This is a very impressive Terriers outfit.
And with 1:50 left, here come the Rams down 16. Not the position they thought they'd be in, up 5-2 in the first. Wilson trying to spin around off of the dribble. Comes back to the wing. Gives to Pike. Right to the circle to go to Jones. Gardner's going to come up on the trail in. Now back to Jones between the circles from Pike. Back to Pike on the left wing with 1:33 left. It's 36-20. Terriers up 16. Lob pass. Tough one in the corner. Pike. Muscles one to the right elbow for Shikari. Into the right corner. Wilson a 3 of the two-handed variety. No good. And we'll have a foul on the rebound. Wow, of all the calls that could have been made, that was probably the one that shouldn't have been. With 1:27 left, that foul will be on Doug. That'll be the team's 7th, Gardner's first.
It's just a flat Mount Vernon Rams team. There's a flat atmosphere. There's not a lot going on. Mount Vernon can't get anything going. And, I mean, it's just kind of a blah, blah kind of first half.
Good to see this type of defense if you're a Terrier fan, though. That's one thing the Terriers have always been able to score, but defensively, they have struggled at times. Give a lot of credit to Jim Miller for his guidance, as this will be a 1-and-1. First one missed. Rebound will be tipped around underneath. It'll be McCauley who comes up with it. Tipped back to McCauley off of the far block, and it is 38-20. Terriers have their largest lead at 18.
Effort.
Oh, my.
Effort from the white and black tonight.
Jones with it up top with 1:03 to play in the first half. Always bank in your hometown team, Community First Bank. 5 Jefferson County branches, responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Just ask for one. One means more. It's high yield interest free checking. Jones some trouble with it, gets it back off the wing, comes inside with the left hand, no. Rebound will go to Kelly. Devontavious Payne, a 2-on-1. He'll stop. Wilson's going to foul from behind, and they're going to get Carbondale for the travel.
Woo! Gift.
And the Rams will get a break on a less than stellar opportunity.
Well, you got to take it. Down 18. Take every break you can get at this point.
Wow.
Here's some of the Bronx fans here tonight from the Yankees.
Now this would be the time for the Carbondale Pep Band to play Cold-Hearted.
Yes.
They did an amazing job in warm-ups tonight. Up top, Pike a 3. Yes.
That was needed. Something positive to take in a halftime.
Well, you needed that. You had a huge opportunity given your way. You had to make the best. Pike has 9 with 25 seconds left in the first half. 38-23 Carbondale. Off of the deep right wing, Payne gets back to the circle for Sutton. Sutton's going to split the double team. What an advantage. Mid-post jumper is going to be short with 12 seconds. So Rams get the rebound. It's Gardner. Has Wilson up the right side with 8 seconds. Has Pike on the left wing. Trapped, but he gives to Wilson. Wilson with 3 at the elbow. Jumper on the way is no good. And that is how your first half is going to end. The Carbondale Terriers 38, the Mount Vernon Rams 23. We'll come back with your Second Chance Auto halftime show after this. This is Rams Basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whack! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process, which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need it. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement and surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Chow, Houle, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com.
There's a good reason why Second Chance Auto has been in business for 33 years. They believe in doing business the right way, with honest deals. It's the only way they know. And thanks to Second Chance Auto, you don't have to head out of town to get financing. They offer bank rate financing to everyone. Yes, everyone. You'll find a great selection of quality vehicles with 3-month or 3,000-mile warranties. Come see why they've been successful for 33 years at Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Basketball from WMIX Sports. The Second Chance Auto halftime show starts now.
And we welcome you back inside Carbondale Community High School. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Jeff Crow brings you the video angles on WMIXsports.com. And, of course, Quentin Lloyd takes care of us on WMIX FM. This is your Second Chance Auto halftime show. And here at the half, the Carbondale Terriers 38, the Mount Vernon Rams 23. Not a pretty first half of Rams basketball, DC.
No, and it was very slow, very methodical. Wasn't a lot of energy. I mean, on the road, it was kind of just stale is a good word for it. I mean, there wasn't a lot going on, and unfortunately for Mount Vernon, you're down 15 on the road to a very good Terriers team.
That said, we'll get some scoring and stats after a quick break on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Don't forget, there's a reason Second Chance Auto has been around for over 33 years. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals on great vehicles with bank rate financing for all. Second Chance Auto, proud Rams supporters on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. We'll take a break, come back, get you set with your scoring and stats. 38-23, Carbondale at the half. This is Mount Vernon Basketball from WMIX Sports.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy offers convenience and great service, all for the same cost. Our pharmacy staff is so helpful. They're always ready to answer any questions you may have. you'll never wait hours for your prescription. We'll get you in and out in just minutes. Or, for added convenience, use one of our 2 drive-through windows. For those folks who prefer to stay home, our delivery service will bring the medications to your front door or your workplace. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black to tell you more.
Home delivery does make us stand out from the crowd. Independents like the medicine shop offer home delivery. People find that so convenient. And not just seniors, but also busy professionals. Delivery to work or to their home once they get home in the evening. It's just a service that sets us apart from our competition, absolutely.
It's so easy to transfer your prescriptions. All it takes is a phone call from you, and we'll take care of the rest. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy accepts Medco, TRICARE, Express Scripts, and many other 90-day plans. The Medicine Shop, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Basketball.
And we welcome you back. Carbondale High School here at the half. The Rams trail the Terriers 38-23. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski in your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. There's a reason they've been around for 33 years. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals and bank rate financing for all. It's Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. We'll check in with your scoring and stats.
Well, Mount Vernon was 6 of 16 from two-point range, 38%. Only 3 of 9 from the arc for 33. The Rams only shot 9 of 25 from the field in the first half for 36%. Carbondale, on the other hand, was a total of 12 of 17 from two-point range. That was 71%. They were 3 of 7 from the arc for 43%, 15 of 24 from the field in the first half for 63%. Free throw shooting, Mount Vernon only 2 of 4 for 50%. Carbondale was 5 of 8 for 63. Rebounding, all Terriers 17-10, and the turnovers were even at 5 apiece. For scoring, Carbondale had 6 players score in the first half. Nobody in double figures, but Alan Billinger, Justin Robinson, and Levante Sutton all had 8. Shamark Bursey 6, Jordan Kelly 5, and Denzel McCauley had 3. For the Rams, only 3 players and nobody in double figures. Shakari Hawkins led the way with Jake Pike with 9 points, and Braden Fitzgerald's 5. Give you a halftime score of Carbondale 38, Mount Vernon, or 38, Mount Vernon 23.
That's a look at your scoring and stats here on your Second Chance Auto halftime show. Rams basketball, all Rams athletics on the radio are powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland, featuring free checking and high yield interest. Just ask for one. One means more. Community First Bank, member FDIC. We'll take a break, come back, get you set with a State Farm scoreboard update. This is Rams basketball. Rams trail 38-23 at the half. Second Chance Auto halftime show from WMIX Sports.
We've all had dreams of being king or queen. Now's your chance. Hi, Roy Schmidt Lincoln dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. The 2013 Lincoln MKX makes the perfect throne. With all of its splendor and majesty, the 2013 Lincoln MKX continues to be the king of the crossovers. With heated and cool front seats, panoramic vista roof, and available ambient lighting, you'll wish you would have been driving the MKX sooner. It truly is fit for a king and queen. Drive away in brand new luxury when you trade in any 1995 or newer vehicle and pay only $35,625 plus tax, title, and destination on a 2013 Lincoln MKX. With this amazing deal, our remaining selections won't last. Hurry and see one of our sales associates at Ford Square, Mount Vernon, or view our selection of Lincoln Luxury online at FordSquare.com and find us on Facebook.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams Basketball.
And we welcome you back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Here in Carbondale, the Rams trailed the Terriers 38-23. Danny Czerwinski alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. Jeff Crow is with us. Brings you the video angles on WMIXSports.com. Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio. Don't forget you can give us a follow on Twitter at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well, where you can find some fresh content. Facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Don't forget our scoreboard updates every night are powered by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him worldwide at TonyWilt.com. Look for him in the King City on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower, or try to find the white State Farm Jeep around town. He's working feverishly on some updates. What do we have?
Well, we got all bunch. At the end of 1, Chester over ZR 15-10. Halftime, Red Hill over Cumberland 30-24. At halftime, Taylorville over Jacksonville 33-27. Casey over Newton into 1, 19-9. Westland over Freeburg 20-15 into 1. At half, El Dorado over Carmi 27-23, and at the half, Murphy over Harrisburg, 29-18. Alton over Belleville West into 1, 14-13. Cahokia over Marion, 19-14 into 1. Heron over Frankfort into 1, 18-12. It is Cesar-Valera over Alvarado at the half, 56-13. Nashville over Pinckneyville, 24-20 at the half. Centralia trails Althoff, 19-10. That's at the end of 1. And Massac trails Benton, 15-10. That is at the end of 1.
Brought to you by your State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. 38-23, the Rams trail Carbondale here at the half. And we're on Twitter. We hope you give us a follow at WMIX Sports, but I'm not sure what you do when 3 of the big 4 on Twitter are in the same place tonight.
Well, it's a struggle, but we're getting there.
We are all 3 out of the 4 of us here. That's crazy.
4 of us are within the same area on the same highway, too.
Oh, my. Well, don't throw a grenade. You'll lose most of your Twitter content.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Glad to have you with us. We're at WMIX Sports on Twitter. We're on Facebook as well. Hope you'll give us a follow. We have archives at WMIXsports.com, so if you missed a recent Rams broadcast, no problem. Pick it up there. Up top, it's Devontavious Payne with it. Carbondale goes right to left. They start with the basketball here in the second half. Out of the left wing. Nice play by Pike. Bursey was looking for Kelly. And Pike will intercept. Across the timeline, the lefty will throw off to the right side for Wilson. Zips it back to Fitzgerald. Fitz has had a quiet night with 5. Out of the left corner, 3 on the way from Pike is no good. Rebound will somehow find Sutton. Carbondale into the front court, left side. It's going to be left for Payne. Tipped out of bounds by the Rams. Should be Carbondale basketball. Well, they see it differently. It's going to be Ram basketball.
Okay.
Got to take advantage of this, too.
Yep.
Jim Miller not happy. Has a right. Sort of agree. 7:25 left in the third quarter. Rams basketball presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. 5 Jefferson County branches. Always bank on your hometown team. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Fitz thought about a pull-up step-back 3, I should say. And now Shikari with it off the left wing. Right-hand dribble to the top. Fitz a pull-up 3. No, it's too long, and the rebound will go to Sutton. He's going to have it back-tapped away off of Gardner. And it'll be Carbondale basketball linked to the floor.
There's plenty of time. You're down 15. Don't want to knock an open look, but you got to be sure to kind of just say, you know what, work your way back in.
Got to start small and work your way up. Carbondale with the basketball in the front court off of the right sideline. It is Payne, and he was trying to launch a backdoor pass. It's an inadvertent shot with the left hand, kind of like Ryder that one time going out of bounds for the T-Wolves. Speaking of, Fitz trying to glide his way to the basket from the far post. Ends up having his shot blocked, but looks like he'll be bailed out by a foul. And that'll send Braden the line to shoot 2.
Good start. Get to the rim, get to the line, get all that done.
Fitz's first is good, so get it done at the line. Do whatever you have to do. The Rams pick up the first points of the half. Trailing by 14. It's 38-24. See if Braden can knock down a second. He'll miss it. Rebound tipped away by Gardner. Kelly comes up with it. Terriers with the basketball in the backcourt. 6:40 to play in the third quarter. Across the timeline to the right. That is going to be Devontavious Payne. Now to Sutton. Swings it left. Billinger looking inside Kelly. Rams tip it away, and that's going to be a foul. Okay.
Yeah, that's a different look. Pike picks up his first, team's first of the half.
So 6:29 left to go in the third, 38-24. Looking for the lob play. Good grab by Kelly, but he's fouled from behind. And Kelly's going to go to the line to shoot 2 on the Pike foul.
Well, that's 2 quick ones on Jake. Jake is standing in the wrong spot, and Kelly, that big body and nice hands, it says, hey, I'll take it and do what I want.
Rim Lake College powers our video streaming. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands on your college education as Kelly misses the first. 6:28 to go in the third quarter. Carbondale's up 14, 38-24. Kelly at the line shooting 2, misses the first, gets another. Let's see what the tall Kelly can do. Brings it home, 39-24. Fitz within the backcourt. Carbondale defensively giving the Rams some fits. Speaking of which, Fitz across the timeline, off to the right elbow. Give and go. Gets it back. Does not get away with the travel.
No, got an extra step in. Such a good move, it's illegal.
Scott Gammer not happy, trying to plead his case with the official, but Not going to get anywhere there. 6:16 left in the third quarter. Off of the right wing to the top for Bursey. Steps into the elbow for a two. Good.
Wow. It's a social outing right now. It just feels so social. A lot of chitter-chatter going on, but not much.
Speaking of which, follow us on the social media. Find us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter as well. Twitter, we love it. At WMIX Sports. There's content on our Facebook wall as well. Look for us under WMIX Sports. Shikari working his way from the corner underneath. Patient job by Shikari. Got his own rebound, put it back up and in. Rams are back within 15.
Stat stuffer trip.
Underneath, almost lost the ball, and Carbondale's going to get away with throwing it off of a foot to get the kick call, and they'll keep possession. It'll be Billinger to inbound. It'll be right at the own bucket. Carbondale's going to defuse here. Into Bursey. Bursey had it poked away, but it's going to be recovered for a three on the way from Sutton. Or make that Payne. My apologies.
Right
place, Payne.
Right place, right time.
When the bounces go your way like that, you're having a good night, and the Terriers are having a great night. Doing a great job here as Pike gets it off of the tip on the right wing from Wilson. Going to try to turn around on the defender, Sutton. Throws back to the right arc. Shikari thought about the three. Has Gardner wide open left. Goes to Fitz. Now over to Duck. Duck's going to try to stutter step. Has to kick it back out. So the outlet pass goes back to Wilson. Nothing to do but hand off to Duck. And the Rams will reset with Pike at the circle. Off of the right wing. Fitz, he's going to have a seam. Goes off right side. Works against Kelly and gets the bucket. Good job by Shake.
Boy, that was a tough shot. Boy, he did a great job getting to the rim and body control, do what he wanted to there.
Sutton very good with the basketball. Nice dribbling there. Throws up top Bursey. Thought about the three. Pulls up again. Nice little ball fake. And off of the deep right wing, it is Billinger to Devontavious Payne. Nice bounce pass, no look variety, and that is going to be a lean in, and they're going to go ahead and give the charge to Kelly.
Wow.
Kelly leaned in, but I mean, in an era where we were told there wouldn't be many charge calls, you thought that would go the other way.
You have some officials still calling it the old way. Some's calling it the new way. You just have to kind of go, okay. You know, and some are going to adjust as they go on. I mean, it's hard to break habits as well.
You just have to adapt. We'll see how the Rams adapt here with a nice break. Turnover to Carbondale, also a foul. That's their second with 4:32 left in the third quarter. Remind you the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square at 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. And Ford F-150, the Ford F-Series, America's #1 truck again. Truck sales are up, largest numbers since '06. Find them all at Ford Square of Mount Vernon, 1601 Broadway. 4:32 left to go in the third quarter. 44-28 the score. It's worked into Pike off of the far wing in the backcourt, and now a blocking foul. Looks like this could go against Sutton, and that would be the team's third or fourth.
It is on Sutton. His second, team's third, and still 16-point deficit almost halfway through the quarter. You wanted Mount Vernon to get this down to 8 or 10.
We're going to have to do something. Far side inbound with 4:29 left in the third. Rams have Northwest Academy of Law tomorrow night. We'll see what happens with that. 6 o'clock JV start from Shagnon Gymnasium tomorrow night here on 94.1. Video at WMIXsports.com as Fitz tried to do too much himself. Stumbles at the free throw line. Wants to foul, not going to get it. Turnover Mount Vernon. I understand what Fitz was trying to do there. It ended up stumbling, and give a lot of credit to Carbondale defensively.
Well, and right now Carbondale's making Mount Vernon do things they don't want to do. Pressure. And that's the problem right now. You can't get everything back all at once.
There's been a lot of questions as to whether Centralia could win on the road, having played 11 of 13 games at home, but they use a 10-0 run to close out the second quarter to trail Altsoff 21-20. Three on the way from the right wing is no good from Sutton. Rebound underneath will be tipped around. McCauley comes up with it. Uses NBA Jam elbows and got a shot up to get the foul. McCauley's going to go the line to shoot too.
Well, Mount Vernon right now, again, that's the energy level that I'm concerned with Mount Vernon. You're really not getting that effort, and when you don't give a lot of energy, they're out there, they're playing, they're doing what they're supposed to do, but that next step, having that energy to do things, is not there tonight for the Rams.
Good to see Christopher Turkey Tournament MVP Jake Towers working for us tonight.
Yeah.
On the Twitterverse. He follows us, so should you. At WMIX Sports, 44-28 to the line goes McCauley. His first one's on the way. It's no good. And Denzel McCauley will get another.
Free throw shooting for both teams has been about the only thing wrong.
Carbondale started hot. Kind of cooled off from the charity stripe in the second and third quarters. 3:59 left in the third. It's 44-28. That one's going to bounce around. That's a literal Plinko. It falls nowhere, but out of bounds. Nope, saved by Pike. It's in the Bercy. No look over the head to the back door. McCauley, no. Rebound underneath Kelly off the right side, and Kelly's foul.
Mount Vernon is wanting to out-jump people, and Pike just picked up his third foul. Instead of getting in there and rooting people out, they're allowing Carbondale to go in there and do what they want to do, and Scott Gamber wants his third time out of the game.
This timeout is powered by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon. As we reach the bottom of the hour, we'll tell you the Medicine Shop has friendly staff. Dr. Eric Black and staff, of course. Stop on in, ask any questions you may have about your prescriptions. You won't be in their hours. They take good, quick care of you. We'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
On your desktop or mobile device at WMIXsports.com. Your radio home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX FM. Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting.
3:57 left to go in the third quarter. Good evening again. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio. Jeff Crow takes care of the camera for WMIXsports.com. And the Rams are trailing by 16, 44-28, but really, for neither side has there been much offense to be had here in the second half.
No, and there's not a lot, and, you know, it's one of those deals where right now I just think Mount Vernon's playing okay, but again, I don't want to harp on this, but they don't have the energy tonight. They look like they're just playing. They're not a lot of excitement, not an energy, not an intensity that we've seen out of Mount Vernon over the year.
It's definitely showing. This was a chance for the Rams to show what they could do on the road after struggling so often a year ago and trying to avoid falling to 1-2 and technically what would be true road games or actually already 1-2 technically. They lost to Cahokia. I forget about that game. Trying to avoid 1-3 on the road this year. 3:57 left in the third quarter. At the line is Jordan Kelly, a two-shot foul. He'll make the first. First points in a while. It's been a while since I clicked the mouse on the WMIXsport.com scoreboard. Kelly's second is on the way. It's no good. Shikari will get the rebound and a bump foul, or was it going to be a hook on the rebound? So Dylan Reed's going to get whistled for a foul.
Wow. Tight.
All right.
Yeah, I'm like you. What?
I'm not going to say it's bad.
But that's just one of those what?
It's just been both ways. Carbondale probably has more arguments tonight. Billinger looks into the left corner. He's going to find Devontavious Payne. Back up to the top, now the right wing. Bercy's going to dribble in. Trying to jump stop. No, gives to Billinger for an 18-footer. Left side is no good. Rebound will be tipped to Fitz. Nope, underneath. McCauley steals it away and puts it up. No good. Now another Carbondale offensive board. McCauley, no. Shikari cleans it up this time. And here come the Rams. They surrendered quite a few chances. Now off to the right side. Fitz is going to launch a three. No good. Rebound underneath will be tipped away, and it's going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll be Carbondale basketball. Good effort by the Rams. Just couldn't get a hand on it. Butterfingers.
Yep. Couldn't get anything going. Mount Vernon's trying too hard offensively, trying to get everything back in one or two shots.
I just heard the name Olivia Clark-Kittleson. Plays softball for the Terriers for what feels like the better part of the decade. One of those kids. Apparently won a three-point shootout that you can take at the end of the third quarter here from Carbondale. It's been far from a three-point shootout here in the boys basketball game. 45-28, Terriers on top, up 17 with the basketball. Billinger with it off of the right wing. Swung around to the left side for Anthony Day. Day's still here, unbelievable.
And night will follow.
It just may. It's foggy out there, though, so be careful back in Route 15 corridor. 2:52 left. Ooh, nice dribbling by Devontavious. Pulls up, yeah. How about Devontavious Payne 2 threes in the quarter?
I mean, that kind of night, Carbondale makes it look easy.
Terriers up 20 with 2:40 left to go in the third quarter. Always bank on your hometown team. Free checking, high yield interest. Just ask for one at Community First Bank. 5 at Jefferson County branches. Not too far away. They are the market leader. Let's see. Pike's going to have it between the circles. We'll see what develops here. As the Rams are going to send some subs in, maybe one. Maybe we'll get a T-shirt here. Off of the right wing, it's Pike. Has the guns. That's in the camera shot. We love it. A three on the way is no good from Wilson. And the rebound will go to Billinger. Here come the Terriers. They just have more emphasis or more energy. And that's going to be a charge.
Yeah, I've seen more charges tonight than I have all year.
It should have been at Effingham T-Town. Because that's going to be a turnover on the Terriers and a foul. That'll be the third, I believe, on Alan Billinger, his first of the half. And with 2:11 to play in the third quarter, Terriers are up 20, 40-28.
Well, another South 7 games. Kokia down to our east. Over to our east, leads Marion to half 40-25. And also at the half, Altoff over Centralia 27-20.
It's a nice 32-28 lead at the half. Looks like Benton over Massac County. I had the same reaction.
Consistency reigns supreme.
48-28 to score. 2:07 left in the third quarter. Off of the right of the circle. Deep right wing, it's Blake Jones. It's going to be picked away for Devontavius Payne. Up to Billinger. Billinger, the layup left hand. Devontavius Payne tries to stuff it in. Rams get the rebound on the miss. Here comes Shikari. Right hand layup is good. Unbelievable.
Almost a good finish.
Carbondale quick on the inbound. Billinger gets the last lap. Gets the layup that time.
Yeah, you don't want to get in a running game with him. They'll keep it at 20 or more if you're not careful.
Thought we're going to see some signs of life out of the Rams, but Carbondale quick on the inbound, almost as if they were in transition. 1:32 left in the third quarter. Right wing, Shikari looking left for Wilson. Goes right off of the dribble, kicks off to Jones. Jones, Nelson, Wilson, Gardner, and Shikari Hawkins for the Rams. Right wing, Doug sees something, goes backdoor Gilwan, and the Rams are going to lose this backdoor, and
Mount Vernon
nose mask has taken an issue there.
Mount Vernon has 5 turnovers and 3 field goals in his third quarter. That sums it up.
Down 20, 50-30. 1:16 left in the third. Full court inbound here for the Terriers. Rams will set back in half court D.
Oh, my. Lane Kiffin is now the Alabama offensive coordinator. Did he know that A.J. McCarron's done?
May not have. Interesting. 1:04 left to go in the third quarter. 50-30. Rams are on top. Scoreboard update, Snyder powered. Shikari's going to intercept, goes up the right side, flushes it down. Shikari Hawkins with the thunderous jam and the one-hander, and the Rams are back within 18. That was out of nowhere. That's highlight worthy. 45 seconds left off the left. It's going to be Kelly. Gave back, and Carbondale looks a little out of sorts here after the slam. Turns it over in the front court off of the knee of the Carbondale player.
Well, pretty impressive. He almost had to throw down on 1 inch. Shikari goes and gets his, and Carbondale student section immediately chants scoreboard. Pretty funny.
I like it. 40 seconds left. Rams are at home tomorrow night against Northwest Academy of Law out of St. Louis. That game's right here. 6 o'clock JV start. Bryce Hunter coming around from the right wing. Works back out to the corner. There is nothing there. Now right wing looks to the left side for Gardner with 26 seconds. 50-32. The Rams are down 18 to the Terriers here on the road tonight. Jones gets it from Gardner. Back to Gardner now off the left wing with 14. Shikari off of the right. Right-hander for the lefty, and we're going to have some trouble underneath. Going to be some contact from Carbondale.
Sutton's going to pick up his third, fifth on Carbondale with 10.1 seconds to go.
With 10.1 seconds left to go in the third quarter, the Rams trail by 18. It's 50-32 Carbondale. Winning Edge has a new store at Mount Vernon, 212 South 9th Street. Check out all of their MVTHS apparel. They can customize just about any activewear for your company, organization, or team. As the Rams inbound is going to go deep into the backcourt. Terriers are going to steal it away. Times at 6. It'll be Bursey. He falls with it with 4. Wilson recovers with 3, and there's going to be a jump ball with 1.8 seconds left. And the possession arrow favors Mount Vernon.
Bursey had it until the hustle of Wilson sweated on the floor, and then Bursey fell down. That's why the jump ball happened, and Carbondale gives it up on the turnover to Mount Vernon with 1.8 length of the court.
We'll see if the Rams get a shot off. It'll be to Wilson. The one-hander is going to be just off the mark. We end the third quarter. The Carbondale Terriers 50, the Mount Vernon Rams 32. We'll come back with the fourth quarter from Carbondale. This is Rams Basketball, powered by Community First Bank.
Renly College's Adult Volunteer Literacy Program is looking for volunteers to help stop adult illiteracy. Give the gift of reading and be a hero forever. Renly College will provide you with training and materials to help adults develop the basic reading ability needed to excel. You can work one-on-one, tutor a small group, or work with students in an adult education classroom. Experience the joy of helping others and change a life. Call Renly College's Volunteer Partnership toll-free at 800-369-5321, extension 1342.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One account is a high interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balance. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back, Carbondale Community High School. We head to the fourth quarter. Terriers on top, 50-32. With Danny Czerwinski, I'm Chris Hugo. Jeff Crow powers the video on WMIXsports.com. Quentin Lloyd is back at our Mount Vernon studio, and the Rams got to get it together here in the fourth. Carbondale will start with the basketball. It'll be Shamark Bursey to inbound to Levante Sutton. He'll walk it across the timeline, and the fourth quarter is underway. Up top, Bursey. Looks around left, goes right, looks left. Not much there. It's going to dribble across, splits the defense, goes off left block, leans back up and in.
Wow. Another guy, set third, Carbondale Terrier into double figures.
And it is 52-32. Rams trailing here on the road. It'll be the right wing. Hunter into the right corner. Three on the way from Gardner is no good. Rebound will go to Kelly. Uh-oh, run away from Sutton. And he'll lay it up and in. I really thought he was going to flush it home.
Bad shot, transition, layup.
And the Terrier lead expands to 22, and some of the faithful on the Carbondale side are going to head for the exit.
Early dinner.
Jones kind of a surprise shot there from the free throw line to bring it home, and the Rams are back within 20, 54-34. Up top, that is going to be Bursey. Looks in the corner for Sutton. Skip pass to the right wing. Billinger's going to come, throws to the outside. Payne's going to have his shot partially blocked. It rims out. Rebound to Bursey underneath. Goes up, cross the defender, good.
All Carbondale on the glass. I mean, they have flat dominated, and that is what's really hurting Mount Vernon in this game.
Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams basketball here on WMIX. Find them at Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ida. They have 5 Jefferson County locations, but the important number is 1. Ask about One Checking at Community First Bank. Timeout on the floor, 6:38 left in the fourth quarter. Scott Gamber wanted it. His team back down 22, 56-34 on this Medicine Shop timeout. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proudly support the local community, and the Rams, all intents and purposes, just don't have it.
There's not energy. I mean, I hate to say it, but like the Mount Vernon playing their 5th game in 5 days. They're dead leg. They got nothing going on. No matter what Coach Gamber does to try to fire him up, get him going, there's nothing he can get done, and it's a dead-legged effort tonight by the Rams.
.638 left to go in the fourth, 56-34. Rams with the basketball into the front court. They go left to right, shooting into the wide-open Carbondale student section. Fitch with it off to the left wing with 6:31 up top. Wilson back to the right arc, finds Pike. All over Shikari underneath. He's not going to be able to shake loose, no pun intended. Follow us on Twitter. We are at WMIX Sports. We're on Facebook as well. Give us a follow and a like and a find, what have you. Not in that order. NBA 3 from Fitz. Oh, okay.
That'll work.
That's good.
But again, he had to shoot that over a guy with a hand in his face. Carbondale's defense tonight, to me, besides all the offense, that's going to be there on every other night. Their defense has been very good.
The defense might be the player of the game. No good inside. Billinger gets it right back from Bursey. That started with a rebound by Kelly. Tipped it out. Bursey found Billinger. He has 2 more. He's in double digits with 12. And the Terriers on top, 58-37. You get the point. This could get even more out of control, though, with the way Carbondale's played.
Yep.
Forcing the Rams into bad shots.
You're exactly right.
Doesn't happen often. Right elbow Fitz, going to give up to the top. Shikari. Hawkins looking to make a move left. Lost his balance as he threw it up and got whistled for the travel. And the Rams turn it over again with 5:37 left in the fourth quarter.
Frustrating. Frustrating because you feel like Mount Vernon's got an opportunity here to do something, come down and compete, and just haven't seen it. Marion and Kokia tied at 42 in the third after Marion went on a 17-2 run at home.
Cuss Wilson?
Yep.
Wow.
Unless they changed their place of playing their games.
Couldn't remember if that was on the road. Oh, yeah, that's right, from earlier. Yeah. Nice play. Shamark Bursey got it off the tip into the paint, slides to the back door. Bursey has 2 more. Carbondale's largest lead is now 60-37. Bursey's pretty good. We're all pretty good out there as the Rams hard pressed to call that a shot, but Carbondale ends up with the basketball. Bercy into the front court, looking to the right of the circle, able to find Billinger. 4:50 left in the fourth. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square and King City Chrysler Centers. As you can ask about express lane, fast oil changes, and more at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. No appointment necessary if you ever need an oil change. I know a mobile studio that does. And we'll have a timeout on the floor called by Carbondale, up 23 with all fours on the board. 4:44 left in the fourth. This timeout's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway. See Dr. Eric Black, Tracy Adams, and staff anytime you have a question about your pharmaceutical needs. Prompt, courteous service at the Medicine Shop. Not as prompt, not as courteous. Carbondale defense has been the name of the game tonight for the Terriers, who are up 23.
Yeah, and you know, we'll get off topic here a little bit. Of course, Carbondale reeling because they're going to have to find a football coach because Nick Hill is now the quarterback's coach at SIU. So a little different vibe down here with the Carbondale football program right now. They'll be looking for their third coach in 3 years.
I was talking with another football coach last night in the area about that, and I think they were surprised that was the location. I think everybody kind of felt that Nick was committed to Carbondale but thought there might be an outside chance to take another job and was kind of surprised when that came up. But that's a good move for Southern. Carbondale's not a bad job.
No, and it's not a bad job, and it's open for the third time in 3 years. That's the crazy part.
That is. Sure, Rick Moss will get his man. Plenty of qualified candidates out there looking. Up top, that is going to be Carbondale with the basketball. That's Bidinger who finally checked into the game. Bidinger, rather. And it'll be tipped out of bounds, remain with Carbondale. So the Rams were able to get in there. Shantez Taylor, Tyrez Moore, Gilwan Nelson, Bryce Hunter, and Blake Jones check into the game. But the Rams are down 60-37, and yikes.
That's exactly right.
That's all you can say.
You never really felt like Mount Vernon was in this game from the start. Early on, they quieted the crowd about the first 2 or 3 minutes, and after that, you felt like they've not been in it.
You're absolutely right. As Robinson eyes a three from the left, no good. Underneath, good rebound by Bidinger, and he'll put it up and in.
And that's what I'm talking about. Carbondale's got that extra bounce in their step, and they are just brutalizing Mount Vernon on the boards, and Mount Vernon can't do anything about it.
Unreal. We'll talk with Scott Gamber about tonight's performance on the Saturday Sports Show tomorrow. As from the right comes Tyrez Moore. He can't come up with it. Rebound goes to the Terriers with 3:56 left in the fourth. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams Athletics. Log on to comfirstbank.net or go see them in person at Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. And welcome back to Personal Banking. Nelson up the right side after the turnover. Left it long. Carbondale got the rebound. Turnover came from the left wing, and now Carbondale's in the front court with Payne. Robinson off of the right arc. Back to Payne with 3:34 left in the fourth. Bidinger with it off of the right arc. Now to Payne. Payne out of the far corner. Off the sideline, gets it back to Billinger. Crossover dribble, gives back. Nope, going to throw it across the way now to the right wing. Payne with the basketball, back to Bidinger. 3:15 left to go in the fourth. Carbondale's up 25. 3 on the way is good.
Wow.
Make it 28.
All Terriers tonight. It's been a rough one for Mount Vernon.
65-37. 3:03 left in the fourth quarter. And now they're going to steal it away. Here comes Payne with the flush.
Wow. Wow. Rim snapped, brought it down, it just stuck, and then, of course, had to push it back up so the backboard doesn't break.
What a dunk by Devontavius Payne. Flushed it down. Up 30 are the Terriers, 67-37, 2:55 left to go. Red Lake College brings you the video streaming. Log on to rlc.edu. See how you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. Fly online while you're there. It's going to be Shantez Taylor with a shot. 17-footer's good from the left. So Taylor gets into the book, cuts it to 28. 67-39. Left side, Justin Robinson with the basketball into the corner. Elijah Bidinger, a shot, good.
Wow.
Big three. 31. Bidinger. I had that wrong.
Well,
it's changed every year.
That's wrong because score.
Yeah.
Tacomas is getting beat tonight.
Huh. Hunter a three. Answered. There you go. Right wing three by Bryce Hunter. Had a good look, and the Rams are back within 28. Up top, that's Robinson. Nice little stutter step to the right side. Throws in the corner. Owsley went back to the top for Bidinger. Now out of the corner will come Robinson out of the left. 1:59 to play in the fourth. We'll get you a scoreboard update in your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. We'll have scoring and stats, as this is going to be stolen away by Tyrese Moore up to Shantez Taylor. Taylor with a right-hand dribble, left wing, crosses over into the paint, launches a shot. No. In and out, rebound to Robinson, and here come the Terriers up 28. Left wing, Robinson. Going to head to the basket. He's going to be stuffed. Got it on the rebound, put it up, no good. Underneath, Day will tip it around. Day gets the rebound. 3 on the way, Bittinger, good.
Wow. He's getting them up, man. Jump time. NBA stat stuffing time. He's getting shots up to help himself out. Can't blame the young man.
Where's our T-shirt? I don't see it.
I don't know if it's coming.
Hey, right over there. 73-42 the timeout on the floor is, or I thought it was a timeout. Maybe not.
Well, this is one of those you are going to have a short-term memory if you're Mount Vernon.
Northwest Academy of Law comes calling to Shagnon tomorrow night. Jones going around the defender. Falls, loses the shot. Dylan Reeves recovers, found him the way up off the right block.
And again, it just looked like to me that Carbondale was the better ready-to-go team as far as we're here, we're ready, we've got some energy, we're going to take care of business. Mount Vernon looked very placid, very laid back and lethargic tonight in this one.
11:15 to go in the fourth quarter. 21-point game. Reeves at the line shooting 2, makes the first. He will have another. Pardon me. State Farm brings you the scoreboard updates. Tony Wilt is online at TonyWilt.com. Find him in his office at the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with State Farm. 73-44. Rams cut it to 29 with 1:07 left in the fourth. Robinson with it right to the circle. The Terriers in their home whites go right to left. Bittinger is going to try to bring it between the circles. Throws off to the near side. See if the Rams can do it home. They'll have Carbondale at home later in the season. That'll be in February, I believe. At Centralia next Friday night. Home tomorrow against Northwest Academy of Law. Lady Rams have Triad at home tomorrow. Both of those games on 94.1 FM with video at WMIXsports.com. Of course, Triad was out of school today. They have a no school, no nothing policy. Not sure how that impacts the weekend. As of right now, of course, it's on. Don't want to lead you to believe otherwise.
Carbondale going to run the clock out.
As they probably should. Robinson with it at the circle.
Yeah. If Mount Vernon would back down, then Carbondale would probably quit making moves.
Community First Bank of the Heartland brings you Rams Sports here on WMIX. 5 Jefferson County branches. They are the market leader, but just ask for one. Free checking, high yield interest from Community First Bank. 9 seconds left. Robinson at the circle, comes out of the circle on the dribble. Rams don't give up, and Carbondale is going to win this one 73-44. The Rams fall to 10-4. Carbondale improves to 9-2. We'll tell you all about it in your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. This is Rams basketball powered by Community First Bank.
Wouldn't it be amazing if there was somewhere you could listen to knowledgeable discussion, interviews with a great mix of coaches, get the scores, and be entertained? You must have missed last week's Saturday Sports Show. Give AM 940 a couple of hours every Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news, and we'll give you the info you need like no one else can. It's your best option this sports season. The Saturday Sports Show on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Are the features with your free checking account disappearing? Hi, this is Nina Reitnauer, relationship banker with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. A free checking account from People's National Bank includes unlimited check writing, no minimum balance requirements, online banking, bill pay, a Visa check card, and only takes $100 to open. Stop by People's National Bank and get the free checking account you deserve. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, non-usage fees may apply.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. The 2013 Chrysler 200 sedan could be the perfect recipe of beauty and luxury with an added pinch of safety. The 200 Touring has beauty outside with powerful LED accented headlamps as well as precise chiseled profiles. Inside, it's nothing but luxury with leather, heated seats, navigation, and Uconnect technology. With 0% financing or a total of $3,500 in incentives on the 2013 Chrysler 200, we are guaranteed to find a payment perfect for you. Chrysler is so confident in this IIHS top safety pick that they're offering a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty that is unmatched by Honda, Toyota, and Nissan. You must come see our associates at King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or shop us online at kingcitychrysler.com.
When you hear the warm, inviting sound of a crackling fire, what comes to mind? A rustic campground? A cozy cabin? How about the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center? Our new family lounges feature a lot of comforts you might not expect. Things like this. No, that's not a babbling brook or serene stream out in the countryside. It's a 2-story waterfall located right here at Good Samaritan. And that's not the only way we're raising the bar for patient comfort. We've added lush healing gardens, as well as wall after wall of beautiful artwork, all designed to create the perfect healing atmosphere. And if all this sounds like music to your ears, we encourage you to check us out. Chances are, we're not too far from where you are right now.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Basketball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back, Carbondale High School. Kind of a serene note for the Rams as they fall to 10-4, 1-3 in the conference. And lose to Carbondale 73-44. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Not in the cards tonight for the Rams.
Nope, it wasn't going to be. And I mean, Mount Vernon had their chance early, had an opportunity to possibly do something early, but boy, Carbondale took it after about 3 minutes into this one, took the momentum and said, you know what, we're taking off, we're going the other way, and Carbondale never looked back. Very, very impressive performance. Not offensively, because I know they scored a lot of points, but I was more impressed with their defense because, boy, Carbondale played very, very well defensively tonight, and that's what really won them this ball game.
Well, it is, and, of course, we'll talk about more on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. We owe you scoring and stats. We'll get to that. Don't forget, stay in the game, whether it's inside the game or outside the game, on Twitter at WMIX Sports, as we keep you up to date with everything going on in local sports. At least we try to. I feel like we do a pretty good job. Of course, you can find us on Facebook, and as always, there will be a local scoreboard tonight. Video archives, video highlights, you name it, at WMIXsports.com. We'll take a break, come back, get you set with your scoring and stats. This is Rams Basketball and your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Rams Basketball is powered by Community First Bank.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
For 16 years, I wrote about the area's great teams. Now I'm part of a great team, the sales team, Schmidt Ford of Salem. Hi, folks, it's Mike McManus, and I'm proud to be part of the Schmidt Ford family. Whether it be a new or pre-owned vehicle, let me or any other of our professional sales consultants help you find your next car or truck. You'll be glad you did. So stop by Schmidt Ford of Salem. Visit us online at schmidtfordofsalem.com.
Backaches, bad hips, rickety knees? Why not try aquatic therapy? The Red Lake College Aquatic Center has more than a swimming pool. Try a 6-lane, 75-foot lap pool, along with a whirlpool 10 feet in diameter and a 10-foot by 20 hydrotherapy pool. Aquatic therapy is very affordable. In many cases, the tuition is waived entirely. With special access and dressing areas for the elderly and physically challenged, getting in the water is easy. Experts are on hand to assist with various areas of aquatic fitness and rehab. Call 437-5321, extension 1207, or visit rlc.edu.
Watch the Rams online at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Red Lake College.
Schmidt Chevrolet, you'll find them right next door to WMIX at 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or view their inventory online at schmidtchevrolet.com. With Danny Czerwinski, I'm Chris Hugo. Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio. Jeff Crow took care of the video tonight on WMIXsports.com. Rams lose at Carbondale 73-44. Carbondale's up to 9-2, 3-1 in the South 7 Conference. Rams drop to 1-3, probably almost bringing up the rear if they aren't already, 10-4 overall. We'll look at some scoring and stats, tell you how it got to that point.
Mount Vernon was 12 of 27 from two-point range. They were 44%, only 5 of 16 from the arc for 31. The Rams go 17 of 43 for 33% from the field in the game. Carbondale 21 of 36 from two-point range, 58%, 8 of 11 from the arc for 73%. They were 29 of 51 for the game from the field for 57%. Free throw shooting, Mount Vernon 5 of 8, 63%. Carbondale 7 of 14, 50%. Rebounding was all Carbondale, 37-16, including 10-0 in the fourth quarter. Mount Vernon did not get a rebound by my account. Turnovers, Carbondale with 13, Mount Vernon with 12. The Terriers had 7 players score in the game. They were led by Devontavius Payne with 16 and Shamark Bursey with 16. Alan Billinger had 15. Elijah Bidinger had 8. Denzel McCauley 3. Jordan Kelly 7. And Levante Sutton had 8. Mount Vernon was led in scoring tonight by Shakari Hawkins with 17. Braden Fitzgerald's and Jake Pike had 9. Then you had Bryce Hunter with 3. And Shantez Taylor, Blake Jones, and Dylan Reeds with 2 to give you a final score of Carbondale 73, Mount Vernon 44.
Always bank on your hometown team. Community First Bank of the Heartland has 5 Jefferson County branches, but concern yourself with the number 1. 1 means more. Community First Bank. Free checking and high yield interest. Community First Bank of the Heartland. We'll take a break on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. When we come back, we'll get you caught up with the scores we have with a Tony Wilt scoreboard update. And a player of the game coming up as well. Rams fall on the road at Carbondale tonight, 73-44. This is Rams basketball from WMIX Sports.
There's a good reason why Second Chance Auto has been in business for 33 years. They believe in doing business the right way, with honest deals. It's the only way they know. And thanks to Second Chance Auto, you don't have to head out of town to get financing. They offer bank rate financing to everyone. Yes, everyone. You'll find a great selection of quality vehicles with 3-month or 3,000-mile warranties. Come see why they've been successful for 33 years at Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
America is a nation on wheels. Everyone has at least one automobile. We use them for shopping, work, everything we do. But they can be a threat. Some accidents can't be prevented. Your professional Pekin Insurance Agency, Page Insurance on Crownview in Mount Vernon, can help protect you from a large financial loss when an accident happens. Call Page Insurance today at 242-7000 about low-cost auto insurance from Pekin Insurance. Ask them about the many money-saving discounts that are available. Depend on your hometown professional. Pekin Insurance.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Basketball.
And we welcome you back, Carbondale Community High School. You're on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. WMIX FM, Mount Vernon, Marion, Effingham, a Withers Broadcasting Superstation worldwide at WMIXsports.com, where you can watch this postgame show. 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon is where you'll find Schmidt Chevrolet, actually right next door to the WMIX studios. View the inventory online at schmidtchevrolet.com. We have quite a few updates from around the area. We'll get to those in just a moment, of course. You can follow us on Twitter. Always stay up to date with us at WMIX Sports. Fresh content on our Facebook wall as well, facebook.com/WMIX Sports. Of course, a full scoreboard later tonight.
All right, first stop first. It was, or is, the South 7Ys. Altoff leads Centralia 52-37. That's in the fourth quarter. Marion and Cahokia tied at 42. They're currently in an injury delay. A young player, obviously a player, hit the floor with his head. They're calling an ambulance. No other details other than they are in an injury delay at Marion, with Marion and Cahokia tied at 44. ZR beat Chester 51-46. Olney led Edwards County at the end of 3, 53-30. Red Hill beat Cumberland 54-47. Jacksonville led Taylorville, or trailed Taylorville 45-42. That was at the end of 3. Casey Westfield led Newton at the end of 3, 43-31. It is Westglen over Freeburg, end of 1, 2015. St. Elmo Brownstown leads Stu Strauss in the Battle of the Dashes, 39-25 at the half. El Dorado has beaten Carmi tonight, 62-47. That is a final. Murphy trails Harrisburg at the end of 3, 40-33. Granite City trailed East St. Louis at the half, 30-23. Alton leads Belleville West at the end of 3, 38-33. At the end of 3, Waterloo over Mascoutah, 43-31. It is Heron over Frankfort, 42-36 at the end of 3. Cesar-Valera beat Alvarado tonight, 91-31. Nashville over Pinckneyville at the end of 3, 36-30. Benton leads Massac 55-46 at the end of 3. Greenville beat Roxana 50-46. AJ over DuQuoin at the end of 3, 37-22. Mount Zion at the half leads Salem 37-11. Steelville and Lebanon were tied at the half 26 apiece. Goreville led Trico at the end of 3, 43-32. Johnston City over Vienna at the half 26-13. It was Belleville East over Collinsville at the end of 3, 29-25. Vandalia over East Alton Wood River at the half, 45-19. Carterville over Sparta at the half, 32-22. Mattoon over Charleston at the end of 1, 23-7. Breeze Mater Dei over Jabot, 46-42 at the end of 3. And Litchfield beat Hillsborough tonight, 54-50.
There you go. Let's look at your scores tonight. Presented by your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon, Tony Wilt. Find him on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Worldwide, he's at TonyWilt.com. Or try to find the white State Farm Jeep around town and get you a better state with a State Farm. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, Rams Athletics course. We appear courtesy of Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of Rams Athletics here on WMIX. And as you try to find a player of the game tonight, easier said than done, I think, on a game like this. But there's a player of the game out there somewhere, and
Shakari Hawkins.
He was probably the most all-around night. He did what he could. The senior tried to lead, but came up just a bit short tonight. So Rams fall. Shakari Hawkins had a great effort. He is your player of the game here tonight. 73-44 your final. Rams fall to Carbondale here on the road. They are 1-3 on the road this season. Carbondale is now 9-2 overall, 3-1 the South 7 Conference. It could be tied with the Centralia Orphans at night's end. We'll see what the Orphans do on the road at Althoff. You'll find out on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Rams dropped to 10-4. They are 1-3. Rams are back in action tomorrow night against Northwest Academy of Law out of St. Louis. That game will be on at Shagnon Gymnasium. It'll be right here on 94.1 FM, or watch it online tomorrow night at WMIXsports.com. First game of the day, however, is actually on AM 940. You can listen to it on WMIXsports.com as well. DC heads to the Enlow Center on the campus of St. Anthony Catholic High School for a shootout game as the Waltonville Spartans will take on the Diederich Moving Maroons. That'll be an 11:15 pregame, 11:30 tip-off. That's at St. Anthony's shootout. Then tomorrow afternoon at about 2:25, you can join us for Lady Rams basketball. They'll take on the Triad Lady Knights. That game is on the FM, or you can watch it at WMIXsports.com. That is all tomorrow. But before we get to any of that, tomorrow we have the Saturday Sports Show coming your way on AM 940. We'll talk with Scott Gamber about tonight's loss. We'll talk about tomorrow night's game. We'll talk with Brian Gamber, head coach of the Waltonville Spartans, about his game coming up tomorrow against Diederich. We will also talk with, I believe, Todd Rogers, the athletic director of Carterville High School. They have a big midwinter tournament starting tomorrow. We will also talk with Tony Richardson, the AD at Wayne City, talk about what goes on whenever you have all of these, basically, not rainouts, but you have snowouts, postponements, how you reschedule those, what you do, what you have to do. We'll talk with him. We'll talk Lady Rams Hoops with Jeff Lonan. We will also talk with Scott McElravy of the Fairfield Mules. We'll talk with him. And we will also talk with Shane Garner. Shane Garner's team had a big game tonight against Alvarado, but more importantly, have a big teen safe driving initiative coming up with their Tuesday night game against Goreville, I believe it is. So we'll talk about that with Shane and just talk about how the Red Devil season is going to this point. Good guy, good young coach. We'll talk with him tomorrow. That's all coming up on the Saturday Sports Show. We'll also have our WMIX Sports Social Media Question of the Week all tomorrow, 8:08 until 10 o'clock on AM 940, WMIXsports.com. That's pretty well going to do it for us tonight. For Danny Czerwinski, for Quentin Lloyd, for Jeff Crow, for all of the WMIX Sports team, thank you for accessing our broadcast tonight. Unfortunately, on the road, the Rams lose 73-44 to the Carbondale Terriers. I'm Chris Hugo. Good night from Carbondale.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon.